Hey guys, what is up? And welcome to my week 4 review of the 2019 NFL season. So, in week 4, I did go 9-6, which puts me at a 22-1 record on the entire season. So, let's go into the Thursday night game. You had the Eagles versus the Packers. I did pick the Packers here. I didn't know how injured the Eagles were. And Aaron Rodgers ended up, he had the interception right at the end of the game. And there's something I heard from Undisputed. Skip Bayless said, if you're Aaron Rodgers, if you're an NFL quarterback, you gotta see that guy over there is wide open. Like, dude, no. Aaron had reads. And by the time this kid's getting open, Aaron's going like this. He's throwing the ball. And that was a major miscommunication on the part of the Eagles. That guy got wide open. Aaron made that decision. You can't be like no, that's not a thing that happens. He's so biased sometimes. Alright, and actually news on Avonte Maddox, who got hurt right at the end of the game. From his hit from his teammate Sendejo. It looks like Maddox was okay. He did end up going to the hospital, but he was quickly cleared to leave, and he was on the team flight back, so great news for him. Now, what that means as, to what he, if he plays or not, or when the next time he plays is, I have no idea. So then you have the Titans and the Falcons on Sunday, and I picked the Titans to win this game. I don't know what the heck's going on with the Falcons. I know Keanu Neal is out for the rest of the year with a torn Achilles, I believe. So, unfortunately, he's out and the Falcons are just... Redskins and Giants. I did pick the Giants here. I am on the Danny Dimes hype train, and we'll see how he does against stiffer competition because he played Tampa Bay and Washington, so we'll see how that goes. Chargers at Dolphins. I did pick the Chargers here, and I was scared for a little bit because I know for a fact they were tied at 10 at one point, and I believe the Dolphins were actually winning at one point. And then they said, okay, enough of this, bye-bye. And they ended up winning the game like they should. Raiders and Colts. I did pick the Colts here, and unfortunately I was wrong. Now here's the thing though, Vontaze Burfict, he is suspended the rest of the year, the Raiders linebacker. He's suspended the rest of the year, and I think he should be banned from the NFL. He didn't have to hit Jack Doyle helmet to helmet. He didn't have to put his head down. Because here's the thing, Doyle's getting up. All he literally has to do is push him, and he'll fall back. He'll fall back and hit the ground, and he's dead. He's down. No, he has to hit. Alright, next for the Panthers and Texans. I did pick the Texans here, but Kyle Allen, he's showing me something. Him and Christian McCaffrey, they could be a good duo. So, I'll have to watch the Panthers. Alright, Chiefs and Lions. I did pick the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes did not throw a single touchdown, and yet he still leads the league in touchdowns. Yeah, that's how impressive the Chiefs are. But the Lions, if they can compete with teams like the Chiefs, they can possibly be a playoff team. I know the NFC is completely loaded, but they might be able to compete. Browns and Ravens. I did pick the Ravens to win this game just because it was better for the Steelers, but Browns fans are annoying, so... But Browns won, and the Browns are talking, and the fans are talking about being 2-2. They're gloating. Like, really? You're freaking 2-2. Really? Then going over to the Ravens, they beat the Dolphins and struggled to beat the Cardinals. And then they lost to the Chiefs and the Browns. It's possible the Ravens are overrated. They're the overrated Ravens. It's possible. Patriots and Bills. I did pick the Patriots to win. Though I would have happily been wrong if Buffalo had been able to pull off the upset. Yeah, I really thought they had a chance. I really thought they had a chance at beating New England. But Josh Allen just made way too many mistakes. And then when he got hurt, Matt Barkley had to come in. It was bad all around by the Bills. That's the worst I've seen Tom Brady play in a very, 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 very long time. Ignore any sounds you may hear. Buccaneers at Rams. So I did pick the Rams to win this game, and here's the thing. You don't know what you're getting from Jameis Winston. He's steadily improving, I believe, but he's had games where he throws 3 picks and not a single touchdown, and then he throws 10 touchdowns. It's which Jameis are you getting? But we're starting to see Jameis develop a little more with Bruce Arians as his head coach. Seahawks and Cardinals. I did pick the Seahawks here, right? Yep. And yeah, they're a very good team. They're impressive. They're always going to be a contender as long as Russell Wilson's there, I would say. Vikings and Bears. I did pick the Vikings because I trusted Kirk Cousins a little more than Mitch Trubisky, and then Trubisky got hurt. So we'll have to see how that develops, but I knew both had really good defenses, and we're going to see what happens. Jags at Broncos. I believe I picked the Jags. Yes, I did. So, yay for me. Ooh, let me scroll down real quick. Okay. If I didn't point out my record, it is right there. You can easily... Oops. I still had it for week 3. So week 4 record, 9-6. But you can actually see the record now. Oh, that's right. I forgot. 40, 22, and 1. Forgot. Okay. So, like I said, I did pick the Jags. I'm on the Minshew, hype train as well. That dude's freaking awesome. Just whatever you could say, whatever you want about his play, but I've seen so many of the Gardner Minshew memes. It's so funny. All right, then Cowboys and Saints. I did pick the Saints to win. They scored 4 field goals and beat the Cowboys. Woo! All right. And then Bengals and Steelers. I did pick my Steelers. I was going to pick against them because every time I had picked them, they lost. I'm like, you know what? I can't do it against the Bengals. I just can't. If they lose, they lose. I'll accept the blame, but I cannot pick the Bengals over my Steelers. And they took off. They beat a team they should have beat. Now, here's the thing, right? They only got blown out in one game. The first game against New England. They lost by 2 points to Seattle and were leading against San Francisco until James Conner fumbled, and then they scored, and then Pittsburgh couldn't, score again to, take the lead back. So Pittsburgh lost 2 very close games, and then they won this one. So they're 1-3, but they could easily be 3-1 if they had beat the Seahawks and had not fumbled against the 49ers. They'd be 3-1 right now. Think about that. Like, Pittsburgh's, they're not getting blown out consistently like a team like Miami is. Like, they're in these close games. Yes, they got blown out versus New England, but I'm pretty sure Ben was still dealing with his elbow then, which is probably why he looked so bad. And eventually during the Seahawks game, he just couldn't take it anymore. He's like, guys, it's not happening. Whether he was playing through it and then all of a sudden it got worse, and he's like, okay, yeah, no, that just got worse. Or he was playing through the same, not sure. But, yeah, it was very good to see the Steelers play against the Bengals how they should. The Bengals are one of the worst teams in the league right now. And that field goal was because Deontay Johnson fumbled and the Bengals got the ball in the Steelers' red zone. The next time they got into the red zone, they had gone down the field and Mark Barron intercepted Andy Dalton. Like, that's the thing. This really wasn't a close game. Steelers got 8 sacks. Like, it really was not a close game. I know Pittsburgh used a lot of the Wildcat, and I don't know if they're going to use that against Baltimore or not, but I think it's just because of how Cincinnati plays their defense. I heard that they play a 5-2, which is 5D linemen with 2 linebackers, which is absolutely insane to me. How you play that? No, that just takes away so much speed on your defense, unless your DNs can absolutely fly. Unless your DNs can fly, that is not the right decision to do. Running a 5-2. I would recommend either 3-4 or 4-3. I don't know why in the hell they would run a 5-2. But, yeah, Pittsburgh absolutely abused them in the Wildcat. And they let Mason throw it down the field a couple of times. One time was the 43-yard touchdown to Deontay Johnson, and the other one where he kind of threw it a little far was James Conner's touchdown. They gotta let him throw it. They gotta let Mason throw it a little bit. Like, come on. That's what he is. He is a deep ball thrower. Now, he may not be trying... Now, some of it's probably that, and some of it is probably Mason just not wanting to make huge mistakes. Because he knows this team is not dead in the water. But there are going to be games where he's going to have to sling it. He's going to have to sling it because they're in a shootout with... I'm trying to pick a team that I know they face. Like if they're in a shootout with the Colts, or they're in a shootout against the Titans. Some of the better teams in the league. If they're just in a shootout with them, they're going to have to play well. If they're in a shootout, I think they played Dallas this year. They're going to be in shootouts with these different teams, and they're going to have to play well. They are. So, hopefully, that's the thing. Hopefully, actually, no, they don't play Dallas this year. They play, the Rams. The Rams are a good team. If they get into a shootout with the Rams, he's going to have to sling it. Now, luckily, Todd Gurley is missing, and they just threw some guy in there and put 30 on him and said, hey, you go run with the football. But, if they get into a shootout with the team, it's going to be tough. I don't know why I thought they play Dallas next year, I think. They play the NFC East next year, I believe. But, it's kind of one of those things where... Mason's getting settled in. He's getting comfortable, and I get that, but he's going to have to start slinging it eventually because I'm getting sick and tired of him throwing it a yard past the line of scrimmage. I really am. But if the Wildcat can help the Steelers win, I'm not against it. And let's hope that Mason gets a little more comfy and he can start slinging it more. Because Deontay Johnson, I think, is very good because teams are paying so much attention to Juju. It's the situation where everyone was paying attention to Antonio Brown, so Juju was let loose. Now everyone's paying attention to Juju, and Deontay Johnson's getting loose. And hopefully James Washington can get a little loose. I don't know if Mason's even I don't know what's going on. I think Washington has to learn more routes. I think that's his problem a little bit. Sorry about me talking about the Steelers a little longer, but that's my team. That's the game I'm going to pay the most attention to. But, I watched the Bills game because I'm an hour away from Buffalo. I watched the Steelers because they were they were the national game, but also they're my team. I watched a little bit of the Saints-Cowboys. But, so if you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like if you're new to the channel. Please hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on. I'll see you guys next video. Later.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old.